A beautiful moment indeed. Thank you very much for keeping it right here on the Morning Drift. I like that most of you woke up at 6 a.m. and are still with us all the way to now 9:37 a.m. where we talk about the most exciting segment every Tuesday, the Extraordinary. Now, some would say, why the extraordinary? People get to do certain things normally. And then there are other people who they say it's a 1% out of the 100%. So there's the 99 that does it normally. Then there's the 1% that figures out a different way to do it that makes them stand out. All right. So Extraordinary is that segment where we appreciate individuals who have done not only things that impact their lives, but have ultimately impacted thousands of lives through just what they came up with and decided to do differently. Now my table is colorful and I have giveaways this morning. So rush to Facebook. We're live on Facebook at Lookup TV, all right? And let us know from the guest on set how we're giving away these t-shirts. I think there's a beautiful water bottle. So welcome on set, welcome to the show, and welcome to the Extraordinary Shared Moments with Justus. That's the best way people know you.
Right.
Hi, Justus.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited. I'm actually excited.
I'm excited as well.
we don't get to see your face much. When we do the content creation, we just see Shared Moments with Justus doing very well on YouTube, but there's always just someone sharing the story with you behind the scenes.
Yes.
How does it feel finally being out here, you know, and putting your face to the screen?
Intimidating.
But one thing we have to appreciate is that social media is taking center stage today, digitalization, and it's becoming more influential. Even in relationships, I will start from there because most of your stories have been based on true life stories. They're actually true life stories being shared there. What inspired this initiative before we even talk about how YouTube has recognized it?
Right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Anki, for having me. It's an exciting moment really to come here and talk about, you know, what we are doing in the online space and really the transformation that is happening in the online space. You know, 10 years ago, that was a different story altogether. And so right now, I think you've asked what inspires me or inspired me really to get into the space and do what we are doing. I come from a background where, you know, I believe in storytelling. I believe in people sharing experiences because through sharing, we make a difference. And it might interest you to know that everybody has a journey. Everybody has an experience that make or break them. At any given moment, you have gone through something that has either built you or destroyed you. And so if you go through that kind of experience, if you talk about it, or even if just by living through that experience in itself, you impact others knowingly or unknowingly. And so if the experience made you, then you impact others positively. If the experience broke you, then you impact others negatively, or you end up breaking others. Hurt people, hurt others, or hurting people hurt others. You know, so for me, I felt like it was important for us at this moment in time to really reflect, look at our lives, and share those experiences, amplify those experiences that build us. You know, with dignity,
yes,
I have to add, you know, because much as people have gone through difficult times and good times, there's a way you can be able to change the narrative even from a negative experience and tap into the advantages that you picked or the lessons that came along and inspire someone else. So for me, it was more of inspiration, making a difference, making sure that through those experiences and moments that have made or defined our life, we impact others positively and look beyond the pain and perhaps celebrate even those little milestones.
You know, there is something as you were speaking that I think the viewer picked as well. And we're very curious now that we're celebrating this milestone. We're looking at who was Justus Nandwa. What is the experience then that shaped us into now the extraordinary milestone? Did you go through something that you decided this, instead of breaking me, it's going to make me for the many thousands that I will impact?
I've definitely gone through experiences, though I haven't shared really much about my story. Because I believe there are people who have greater stories than me. But I've definitely gone through experiences really in life that have come to define what I believe in and what I stand for. And so I feel like just giving other people an opportunity really to come and share their journey. It's not about me. And so that explains why even on our platform, you never come to see, my face, and yet you have an opportunity to see many other Kenyans, many other people who are going through experiences, one after the other. And so it's those little moments, really.
And as we're speaking, there's a great number of people all over the world who have come out to just say, this is what happened to me after sharing my story on the Shared Moments with Justice. And that's what caught my attention, even to have you on the XtraOrdinary. In just a span of a year, and thousands of people talking about this impacted me, when we are seeing a lot of social media breaking people as far as depression and suicide, Shared Moments with Justice is mending lives and bringing back hope, still with the same platform called social media. And as we take a very short break, we come back to hear now, what then after the first anniversary for the Shared Moments with Justice? What has its journey been? What can we pick as young people when it comes to the content creation? And what are your questions? On Facebook, live Lookup TV. After the break, we'll be answering to your questions. Good morning. Welcome back, and this is the XtraOrdinary. We're watching the Morning Drift. I'm excited because I know that the social media is a great power and tool for social change. And of course, we're here with Justice Nandra. And those on Facebook, I want to appreciate you. Welcome back on set, Justice. Josh Anamini says we are watching # Shared Moments with Justice. Susie Nje is saying to Kondani, we're here for our boy Justice. Okay. Of course, Susie Nje is also saying Esther Josephine Ukwapi to Kondani Tayari. Sarah Inyolo saying here to listen and watch Justice Nandra. So proud of you, Justice, and Josephine plus the entire Shared Moments with Justice team. And of course, Jemima Mwembi is saying I'm locked in, super proud of this man, Justice Nandra. And finally, Joan Amambia says Justice Nandra Tuko knocked. So thank you very much for sending in your feedback right here on Facebook. Lookup TV is the page. And as we are continuing, there's a reason why we are celebrating you today. There are a lot of YouTube, channels that are still at 1 view, 2 views. How did it happen for you? When did Shared Moments with Justice actually explode?
Shared Moments with Justice is barely a year. And at the moment, we have about more than 67,000 subscribers. Which, happening in less than a year in itself is really something to be grateful about. But for me, it's more than just the views and the subscription. It's about the impact. If I can make a difference in one person's life, that's one too many. And so this now is to other YouTubers or people who are trying to create content that is transformative in nature. Many times we are caught up and lost in the all numbers game and forget really about what we are here for. For me, it's about the impact and the difference that you make. So even if you have 1 subscriber and you end up really making a whole difference, changing or transforming that person's life, that's it. That's enough. So the end game is not about the numbers. The numbers, yes, are important so that the impact can be greater, but let's focus, as I do, on the impact and the difference that we can really make with those little or few numbers that we could be having.
You're really an extraordinary personality, because then the views and the likes should actually translate to something commercial. So then your idea was very powerful. It's running, it's working. You've actually been recognized as the only man content creator, YouTube creator in Kenya. Is it in Africa?
In Kenya.
In Kenya, which we'll talk about, the YouTube Black Voices Class 2022. But how then do you sustain this? How do you sustain your projects? You're giving back to the community as well. How are you handling this?
For the last 1 year, it's been more of, trying to get resources from within.
Okay.
We haven't really had an opportunity to have any other person coming on board to support what we're doing, because it takes quite some resource to really do production and quality production. Apart from just telling stories, I believe in quality. And so even our production in itself is, I believe, quality. And so to have a quality production, it takes resources. You have a team that need to sustain. You have equipment. And so I have been more or less self-sponsoring.
You've been self-sponsoring over 60 stories now.
More than 60 stories. We've had more than 60 men and women, come to share their, journey on the platform, really. And that is what really has given me motivation to keep going, because the feedback that we receive after these people come and share the experiences and the transformation that takes place is way more than any resource that I have put in the platform. And so that is what really keeps me going. Of course, we would want to reach a point where this is also self-sustaining for to have a bigger impact.
Yes.
But at the moment, we are still willing to put in as much as we can to make sure that it really gets to where we want it to.
And as you're speaking, I just want to appreciate one, Josephine Leshao. A lot of people saw her receive land from Optivan some time ago. They do not realize they can get her entire story on Shared Moments with Justice.
Yeah.
You have highlighted some very key people in this country. One, Beatrice, who has a story of having been jailed at 16 years old, delivered her child in prison. There are the many stories, including one recent one that was shared of a woman who lost her child in a borehole.
Yeah.
And that was a very sad. And she said her story was her pictures of her late child were shared all over social media, another impact of social media. And these are people who have had a voice, they cry on set, and people think, how much do you take? So as we're seeing here, we're seeing very colorful, these are t-shirts, they're merchandise.
Yes.
And I believe they're giveaways. But I need you to direct me on how to give this away, because people are on Facebook, and I want to give this away to whoever is watching this morning.
Okay. I think let's do this. If you want a t-shirt, we have t-shirts and we have a beautiful flask here.
Oh, beautiful.
So let me just get it out.
Is it branded?
It is branded.
Okay. So if you're watching from back at home today, you get a chance to actually understand Shared Moments with Justice, and it seems to be the same color.
Yeah.
If you're a green person, this was very strategic.
Going green.
We are going green. It's actually about climate this morning.
Yeah.
So who are we giving this to? Are we awarding a t-shirt and a bottle? And
yes,
in what criteria?
A t-shirt and a bottle. So we want you to go to Shared Moments with Justice YouTube channel and pick the best story, a story that you love from the many stories that we've been able to share, and post a link of the same story on Look Up TV live. The first two people to do that, the flask and a t-shirt.
Okay, that's actually the best way to do this. So Shared Moments with Justice is on YouTube.
Yes.
And they have done several stories. So he has actually said it's easy to get this merchandise today. Go on to YouTube, get Shared Moments with Justice, pick a story the best you feel is the best.
Yeah.
And we post the link on this live link on Facebook, and we will just sample you right here and share it with you and award it to you. You'll find a way to Look Up TV or to Shared Moments. And you might get your chance to meet Justice in person. We don't know how the awarding goes.
Yes.
Now, you have been picked for the YouTube Black Voices Class 2022. What does this mean to you, and why is it such a big, for me, I feel like it's a really big thing to be actually the only man.
Yeah.
There's so many YouTubers in Kenya. You stood out. How was this? How just share this experience with us and the criteria.
Yeah, so first of all, YouTube as a platform has recognized that, of course, over time, there has been contribution from the black community on YouTube has not been at par with the rest of the world. And so they have found a way to really encourage the rest of the black community to really come on board. And of course, we are picking up, if not taking over. And so YouTube came up with an initiative to really support black creators in Africa and other parts of the world, Brazil and those kind of things. So this is the second year that this program is running. The first class of 2021 2021 was the first class, and so this year 2022 we're having the second class of YouTube Black Voices. And so what this class is meant to do is to really motivate Black creators to up their game and to keep inspiring. So they identify a few from the pool of the Black creators and put them in a cluster, in a class that then they empower them, give them some resources that would help them build their platform, and also expose them to information and experiences that would really improve what they are doing online. And so that is what's happening with the YouTube Black Voices. And so this year, the class of 2022, I have been picked. I am honored to be part of the class of 2022. We are actually 26 YouTubers in Africa, out of which 4 are from Kenya, and 1 is seated here.
And the only male.
Is the only male. The rest from Kenya are ladies who are doing an amazing, amazing job. And I'm just excited to be part of this. I'm looking forward to really taking advantage of the opportunity that comes with this kind of thing.
And I want to appreciate those who are already sending in. People are sending the links here. I do not know who you will pick, but of course there's the first 2, and we will sample. I'll give you that result shortly. This class of 2022, as we're speaking, it is just one of the things that the community has given back to you. But you continue to share stories, Justus, and we're looking at what next now. With the shared moments with Justus, what are you planning on? The idea has picked up. It's already impacting lives. It is growing. The world is noticing. What are we seeing? What is the future like for shared moments with Justus?
That's a good thing, because it's a good question you ask, because last year, was it last year when we had our anniversary?
It was
December.
Last year,
yeah, in December, when we had our anniversary, our first anniversary. It was amazing to listen from those who had shared their experience and their story on shared moments, coming forth to talk about what they were doing now, as a result of having come forward to share their experience. Now they are different people. They are also having impact. They are doing things in their community where they come from. And so that tells me that what we are doing is beyond what Justus can be able to do as a person. So I want to empower everybody who comes through this platform to be able to be a center of influence in themselves, wherever they find themselves. So when you come to shared moments with Justus, whatever you pick, you go and share and do even more. So that way, we will be an army doing so much in every part of the world. And just for your information, we have more than 5 individuals who have started organizations after sharing their story, and we have encouraged them and empowered even some to go ahead and register and do so much in their communities and in their spaces. And so for me, it's about building each other and supporting everybody who has an opportunity to impact the society. That is where we are going. And
I like that in your anniversary, as we're about to wrap up, I know time is never on our side, but we want you to come back, for an hour, where we've had the Human Rights Commission come on board. What other organizations can come on board? What other partnerships? What other corporates can come on board to now walk this journey with you? Now that you've seen that lives are getting impacted.
The stories that we share, vary. And you find sometimes we're sharing stories that fall under human rights, and that's why the Human Rights Commission was very comfortable coming on board, because they feel that there's something in it for them. And so when you look at the different segments of the stories that we share, you find everyone has an opportunity to be part of this journey. And so I would just appeal then, for the sake of posterity and for the sake of having a greater impact, if you feel that you would want to be part of this journey, so that we can together transform the world and make the difference that is so much needed, we are open. We are open to partnerships. We are open to collaboration. We are open to working together with any entity or any individual to just to make sure that we do our best and change even just one person and one life.
Do that, I know my time is up, but how do they get in touch with you besides Shared Moments with Justus on YouTube? Everyone knows that well. But now when they want to partner, how can they get in touch with you?
Our email address, sharedmoments.tv@gmail.com. You can reach us through the email address or the phone number, any social media platform. If you go to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all Shared Moments with Justus, you can get all the contact details, and you can write to us, you can call us, you can do anything as long as you get in touch, and we shall definitely reach out and get back.
And maybe Look Up TV, the Morning Drift is the first partner coming on board. Thank you very much for being exemplary. And the youth now can see you can do something much better on social media.
Yes.
You can create content that creates impact.
Instead of waiting to really, do so much, you're imagining, sometimes we waste a lot of time because we are waiting for some big, opportunity, and yet right around yourself, you can do so much now with the power of social media.
Now with the power of social media.
Yes.
Just as we have winners here today, but before the winner, allow me to appreciate Millie Andrews, who says so much positive vibe on set. That's what you get when you go to Shared Moments with Justus. You're a true shuja, she says. Count me as your latest subscriber. Great content, Anki. Thank you. She's posted, but you're a bit late, Lily. You posted a story there, but you're a bit late. Tinga Francis says, tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. And of course, Edin Kipkiruri, count me as your greatest fan.
Thank you.
Shared Moments with Justus. And of course, I can see Michoka Enoch, good morning. Sheila Kai has also posted a link. And Sela, the nutritionist, Sela tuned Kabisa. Oh, Sela, good morning. So we're wrapping up.
Maybe we should have more merchandise.
Maybe we should have more merchandise. There's so many people. So I'll give this to, Shared Moments team. They will figure out if maybe at a subsidized, amount, all of you can get something.
Because this is also another way that you can support what we are doing. As we said, resources are important in pushing this kind of work. And so if you would want to support, and not just support, but have something in return, we have merchandise as well.
So feel good, look good, and also support Shared Moments with Justus. Trust me, I have a great one and I look good in it. And of course, that's it. I'm not going to say all your names, but allow me to, because of time, my director just allowed me to honor these people. Vic Legend, Joan Amambia, Joseph Jasuda Rusinga, and of course, let me see. Those are the people who have sent in links, so we will see who gets them. But the first ones I see here are, of course, Sheila Kai, and let me see. I can see Sheila Kai, and now they're saying Anki. Josh Anamingi seems to be having a merchandise. But let me see, who can you pick? Because that's the light note to end this session.
Where are the links? Okay.
Did you see them?
I'm trying to. Yes.
Yes.
I see Josh. I see Joseph. Oh, but I think. Who do I give it to? This is a tough one.
The show. Thank you very much, Shared Moments. But just pick, because you have to give the merchandise away.
Okay, so we'll pick. Let's pick Joan and Vicky. Yes.
Joan and Vicky, oh my goodness, I thought I saw a Sheila Kai somewhere.
Sheila, before Joan, let me see. Okay, if there's anyone before that, then we'll definitely get in touch and give them the merchandise.
Okay, so somebody says, good morning, Kazim Zuri, Namungu Akune Zaidi, that is Josephine Leshao. Amazing. Just as we wish you all the best, please let us know how the class, the Black, YouTube Black Voices, the class 2022 goes. Come back and share your experience, and maybe the YouTubers can pick from that moving forward.
Thank you so much.
You're an icon, like Nelly says, you are a shuja for the youth. It's been an amazing day. I thought I had my t-shirt. It's been an amazing day, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a lot of positivity on set. And I'm glad that we had the youth standing out for the climate justice and now how to use the social media is a powerful tool, and the only thing I would say here for sure is be a part of this change. Get a merchandise, go to the hashtag Shared Moments with Justice. Let's hear your transformation from the stories that you heard, and come share them here on our TV as well, Look Up TV. So for all of you content creators, bravo to what you do. I hope you'll be in the next class, YouTube, Black Voices 2023. But for me, I'm Kiko Sambat and my entire crew, Edu, Griffith, Sheila, Edgar, James, Sharon for doing an amazing job, Marsha, Mr. Eugene, and Tony. Have a lovely day. Nelly, by the way, a great shout out to you, Nelly, and you, the viewer. Have a good morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. You are my Shuja. Bye-bye.